Let's check on these machines. Okay. So it's still pretty slow. That is fine. If I use hoppers, then it would be a lot slower. But this is generating passive amounts of iron. So that's going to be helpful. I also do want to share something too. So apparently they actually enabled the Nether. I did not hear any announcement about them enabling the Nether, because I remember I had to go in there by force because their lore piecing was just a bottleneck for my progression. But now they have greenlit it, which is quite strange for them to enable something that is actually very important for Create. But I guess since they enabled it, it's probably just going to help them with their lore. It seems like it has to somehow benefit the lore. So I might think about maybe doing a long playthrough again, mine out the area, and just make 4. I'm still thinking about making like 5 crushing wheels just to input more iron. I'll also have to mine some of this stuff out, do some organization. It's gonna be a lot of work, but this is all part of the experience of playing Minecraft. I'm also uploading the other episodes currently. I'm uploading episode 1 through 6. And so far, it does cause a slight internet throttle, but as long as I still upload my perspective and experience, everything is good. So I'm just gonna let my mind just wander. So they have greenlit the Nether, but what I have saw was they mostly uploaded episode 1. I'm currently on playthrough or episode 7, whatever way you call it, and I'm just working on expanding the factory or the laboratory down here to produce a lot of iron. And I have to see if I can try to convert the iron nuggets into iron ingots, and then convert the iron ingots into iron blocks, just to keep the storage stable, just in case. And I think I might be able to maybe make like 2 vaults of block of iron, so I can just let the machines run, and I don't even have to be online. I could just let them run for how long I want, even if I take a vacation in real life. I'll have tons of iron blocks, so many of them. I could probably reuse it just to rebuild the laboratory out of iron blocks, because maybe I'm looking forward to an older style of a lab instead of just using modern aesthetics. But that also means I could make tons of anvils. With all that iron, I could probably make tons of mechanical presses, where all I just gotta do is just place down like copper ingots, iron ingots, and gold ingots, and turn them into plates. They have an entire vault of plates in there, but I have to somehow try to learn to automate copper and automate learn to automate copper and gold, because I know gold can be done through another means. So if I type in gold, okay, so because for one, let me check gold nuggets. So we can get it crushed. It can be cooked. To be washed, I have to get soul sand, which gives us quartz, and gold nugget, which is a very small percentage. But if I somehow can get red sand comes from, okay, granite. How do I get granite? Mixer. That would actually mean that would technically mean lava, flint. Okay. No heating required. Okay. So, okay, red sand, granite, diorite comes from quartz, calcite, okay. So I had to maybe figure out something that's complicated for gold, unless I want to make a gold farm in the Nether. But I know I have to still make a washer, so that means ore washing still has to be done in the overworld. I'm just gonna have a lot to think about, or a lot of ideas. This looks like this is a lot of room for because I might put them like very close to each other, and then maybe have extra room for the gold. It's gonna be a lot, but we're gonna have these systems set up, and I'm excited. And it's 1:47 a.m. in the morning. I was trying to wait until I get some more iron to make an anvil and try to see if I can merge them together so we can make some interesting stuff. You can actually see that we have like a lot of flint in there. But that's if I want to go to the desert or just collect tons of sand somewhere and just put it together. Let's see how efficiency 2 is going to help us. It's a little bit faster. I'm looking forward to see if I can make efficiency 5 or 4. Let me modify the sounds a little bit, because I think I was listening to my own recording and the environment does sound a bit louder. I don't know, but it just does. Sometimes. Keep the ambience. I'm just gonna put it to 5%. Sometimes I just don't know. Like, sometimes the game audio and then the recording audio, they just sound very similar. But I didn't want to sound like the game is like overpowering my voice. But that's if you guys are okay with the audio the way it is. I'm seeing a lot more diamonds. I think it did make me believe the reason why the other one broke was maybe because it was trying to reach and it used most of my pressure and it destroyed the extended grip that I made for just the achievement. Okay. My head was itching. Okay. Lush cave. We're almost done mining it out. Doing this can be mentally draining. But I'm gonna keep going. Might just focus on this layer, then I can do the final layer. might move my nether portal down. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to know where I went. If I'm gonna do the nether, I might make like still a useful smeltery. But it's only just gonna be smelting my items like ore and such. Because I'm not sure what can I smelt other than just ore. And we want to reduce the pollution. gravel is very messy. So that's how you make lava, but it has to be made with a blaze powder, blaze cake base, egg powder. Chickens. Just lower chicken and just put a hopper, and you got yourself a chicken that lays eggs just about every 5 minutes. Might have to find a chicken though. All right. Be recording for an hour and 30 minutes. And the result in the laboratory is slowly coming together, which is a good sign. I just know that mining these ceilings can be very time consuming, but it's all part of the experience. So much water. There's a lot of water. It would have been nice if I had sponges. I think this SMP is going to teach me how to use Create, because I have to intentionally learn Create, because I know a little bit about utilizing some Create's features, but I never fully get to like set up like a assembly of sorts to actually see the full advantages of using Create to its fullest, because there's a lot to learn here. Like, I know they have train tracks, means I could probably make a train with Create, and if I try to learn that, I have to first learn how to build particular contraptions, but I can always use the wonder button or wonder just to see like how it works. But if I want to make something that's sophisticating, or I merge like two things together and it just works as one unit, then I can see how it works, and then I could just say I made something functional. My head is so itchy. I have serious dry scalp. I try to put as much oil as I could, but the flakes keep coming up. I guess it's part of the experience. Now I'm sweating. I don't know what this means. I'm not sure if my body is stressed out. If it's telling me it's stressed out, then that's interesting. That means I might have to stop at a few and probably take a break. Because doing everything in one sitting can be exhausting. And maybe my body's just warning me that I need a break. Because mining deep slate is relaxing, but my body needs motion in some cases. Okay. So I could say for this whole ceiling to be finished, or this whole area to be dug out, it took me approximately an hour and 40 minutes, or precisely an hour and 41 minutes just to get this all cleared up. That is a lot. That is a good while. A decent long time to remove a lot of deep slate. So now that I've done that, I will just take a break, reflect a little bit, and then place down the deep slate flooring. Because we still have a lot of things we gotta do. Alright, so I'm just gonna stand right here, or I really don't want, like, I don't really want any, like, mobs just to pop in here and just kill me when I'm just taking a break. It's kind of hard to tell if there's, like, any lighting in here, because I have night vision, because I have the class that allows me to have night vision for indefinite. So I'm just I might just stand right here and just take a break. tell that I just came off my bed, just playing some Connect 4, playing an annoying ad. It was like one of those Kingdom games, if you guys know, like, you know, you have to slide a color, like Candy Crush. Like one of those games. To be honest, I don't like those type of mobile games. The reason is, it plays with, it disrespects humans' intelligence. Like, it's just disrespecting your intelligence every time. Because it's like telling you that can you do this, can you do that, in which it's like they're trying to use reverse psychology on you. Because they know that our brains can't take when something is wrong, because it annoys us and we just fix it, and then we end up just playing the game. It's very irritating. Like, I was able to play it. I beat the first puzzle, then the second puzzle, it was kind of easy, but I think what ruined it was the ads that kept popping in, and it keeps taking you to the Play Store. Like, it's like the puzzle is still interactive, but it keeps clicking off, and I had to keep pushing the back arrow just to keep playing the game, just to beat it. And then when it gets to that final part, I did the same thing, and I just beat it. But I don't understand, why can't they just make an ad where you actually, or technically, beat the game to make it easier? Or to prove to people, like, it's a very relaxing game. Like, but I don't understand why people can't be transparent. Like, why are they not trying to be transparent? It's like it's not that hard to tell the truth. But they'll just do anything just to sell you something that's fake. That explains why people don't like things being fake all the time. Because they always being lied to. It plays with your emotions, which it definitely does that. I can relate. Imagine just trying to play a game, or just seeing something that's legitimate, something that's real, and all you're given is just lies. Lies on a plate. Like, you're just tired of eating lies every day. You would rather just... It's like you would rather just watch paint dry instead of just watching those advertisements just to hear them say, it's not like the other ads. Oh, there's no ads in here. It's a free game with no ads. Yet when you play the game, there is definitely a hella ton of ads. That's why I don't like about these marketing tactics. It's just not good. But the sad part is, people are falling for them. Normally, I play ads and then I just stop. Because I just know what it is. It's basically repeating the same thing over. And it only affects people that are emotionally charged to click on the game, to keep playing it, just to prove to... It's like... The person that's emotionally affected by it, it's like they have to understand who are they proving to? Because there's no physical person there that you're trying to prove. What you're trying to prove is to the developers. But even the developers know those puzzles are easy. All they just use is artificial intelligence that that purposely keeps choosing the wrong answers. Or not even just artificial intelligence. They can literally just animate it where you think they're clicking on something, but they're actually not. They're just faking it. It's like watching a commercial on TV. It's like one of those, is it too good to be true type feeling. Like, is it really true? Or is it just a way for you just to sucker up to them and pay them your hard-earned money, in which you literally just got scammed by a commercial? And the sad reality is, people do get scammed by commercials on TV. And yet those scams are legal because they advertise them on TV, but they somehow... it just doesn't make any sense, honestly. Like how are they able to publish that type of content on TV? And then they say they're going to do A, B, C, but they don't do none of that once you get it or do it. And they had to try to use some policy or something that was not even part of the contract or whatever, just to save themselves from legal trouble. And then what happens? It's just the circus all over again. Sometimes people are just tired of the nonsense. But unfortunately, that is the experience of just being a human. You had to deal with other humans that take advantage of the psychological flaws of the human mind. Even I have flaws. But I have to learn just to be mindful about them. Also, yesterday, because today is Friday, but yesterday I played on the Minecraft server CubeCraft. I was just minding my business like normally, getting killed over, but this time I had 0 kills and 66 deaths. I was keeping track of it. I just kept walking and kept thinking. But what was interesting was there are some players that are extremely or very toxic. And what they told me? They said, Kidevi, go get a job. And the hilarious part is, I never said anything. I just existed. But after they said that, they immediately left the server. I guess just to get me to react to their little banter. But they were right. I do need a job. But I can't get a job. Not when the job market loves to play favorites of who they want. I couldn't even work at a fast food restaurant because they were being picky with their candidates. So that's the reality that I have to deal with. And that's why I'm waiting until September, or September the 14th, to go into the IT program so I can I can receive training and get paid in stipends. Like, that's another form of income that I can get from training. And I'd actually be working in very fast-paced environments. But I have to try to adapt to a fast-paced environment, because I don't have that type of energy. Like, I'm not like a person, like, my battery, I have a social battery. I think that's what they call that, a social battery. Like, I can talk, but I'm not, like, socially, like, charged. Like, if I'm, you know, it's sort of like, if I'm around people, like, it's like an extrovert is, like, charged up by everyone around them. But an introvert is charged from within. And sometimes our energy gets burnt out really fast, even if the situation doesn't make sense or it's stressful. It's hard to maintain that battery. They will just tell us to get over it, sleep early, things like that, just to say, you can get over it. But in reality, if they were in our shoes, they would be complaining the same thing. They just have to learn how to empathize instead of just looking at themselves so much. Because not everybody is born with the same setup. Some people were born in different ways and different problems. Because we in fact do live in a small, beautiful world. Yet it has too many problems. Which is the unfortunate reality. But since I am clearing out this area, because I have to make some more large wheels, and I gotta continue on the large wheel, meaning I have to do another one and another one, and that also means I might have to use more shafts. It's gonna be crazy work the way I'm gonna be doing this. It's gonna be crazy work. But once you see it, it's gonna look like, yeah, we're gonna have like a lot of inputs, a lot of outputs. And that would also mean I will have to change the orientation of the encased fan just to make it blow this way instead, because I can definitely do that. But this would mean I had to make some more of those mechanical arms. It's going to be crazy. Unless there's a way where I have to make 4 of them right here, and then they all come here, and I can blow them there, and then I could just set them up where the hand could just put them on another belt, and it just goes into one of the item vaults, so it can store all the nuggets and whatever. Unless I want to make the mechanical crafter that that converts my iron ingots to not iron ingots, nuggets to ingots, and then ingots to nuggets. Unless, let me see something. So we have iron ingot. So if I have an iron ingot, let's see. Okay, so I could actually use a mechanical press and a basin and just press them in that way. We could put whole stacks in there and just gets pressed in there. And then I use a funnel and it just goes right to the and then I could wait a minute. I'm trying to see something. And then okay, that's cool. So yeah, that would actually mean I would have to have 2 mechanical presses and the basins, and then it just gets pressed into that. That's going to be a very strange setup, because that would be the first time I actually utilize that method completely. And I'm just going to say most of this is going to be my first time. It's going to be worth it, because once I get the iron farm set up, we're definitely going to have iron. And the iron will be I would say the iron is going to be doubled by like 4 times as much. Which means we will have tons of iron ingots and then tons of iron blocks. Once we get the iron blocks, then we can definitely just let it just keep accumulating over time. And then we're going to let time do the talking. It's gonna feel great. Not because of the wealth of it, but it's more of my persistence. I'm just going to say I will be proud of my own persistence. But if I do have too much iron, though, I will try to share the iron with them so they can also have iron. But I'm pretty sure once I share the iron, they're just going to probably be like, you're breaking the economy that way, and then we got Monulite coins, and they're going to teleport to see how am I duping it, and then it's just going to be a mess. Like, I probably have a feeling it's going to be like some sort of mess right that. But I'm just playing the game the way how it's supposed to be played, but the way I'm playing it. it's gonna be hilarious. So I just know that I have to make maybe like another encased fan, because of course I have to do this again. But I'm still proud. So let me just four iron sheets. All right. Yeah, we had to also try to get some andesite. I gotta find some andesite somewhere. That's if I do want to shovel up all this sand. Because all I just need is some andesite. Okay, just nothing but sandstone. Yeah, it does seem like I have to look for some andesite exposed somewhere, but we clearly live on an island because I was forced to go out here for lore reasons. So I have to face the reality of what I have to do here. But luckily it's just me on this island for now. There's andesite. Yeah, I would say I'm probably going to be the only one on this island for now, but I know the owner of the SMP told me personally he was going to come here within like a week for a collaboration. I was telling him, can he I was telling him, can we have like our separate laboratories, because I do need my own space, honestly. Like, we can have 2 labs, like, you know, his lab could be like further away from mine, just for me, just to have space to think at least. Then he's talking about a bridge, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool, but if, say for example, he has to come in every time I'm in the laboratory, then that's going to be draining, because I'm saying to myself, I need space to think. I can't just Like I need my own space. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I can play on the SMP. It's just my I'm not really like into lore like that. Like I'm just kind of just doing my thing. Like I'm naturally just existing. Like just coexist. Like I can still give you things. I can still interact with you. It's just I'm not the type of person that just, you know, act in front of a camera, because that's just so exhausting. And I'm just being honest, because acting a lot is just exhausting, because it just feels like it just feels like you try too hard just to get a connection. And then it's like when it happens, people definitely will know and feel that the interactions are forced and all of it. Like they'll know it's forced. But for those that may say that I'm ruining the pace and all that stuff, I'll say people will have different opinions on what they think. Some people may only watch just to, I guess, let their emotions just keep switching and swapping, just because they're overstimulated. Like my content is mostly just to decompress or just relax. If it's like if it's like something else, then I don't know, because I don't have answers for everything. I just know that the human mind kind of just shifts from any state that it wants, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. All right, I'm gonna plug this up and then we can smelt some zinc. But I'm still thinking about trying to move the smeltery to the nether, though. I just know that's going to be a lot of, because I got to use lava instead of water. And the portal, I think the portal is fine the way it is for now until I actually want to make another portal, because I can do that. Oh no. Okay. So this lava is actually cooking whatever is near. Interesting. This lava is just trying to cook whatever is around. This lava is so determined. I'm just going to cover this part just to see what happened. And then we add our fan. There we go. And then we add our zinc in here. So right now it's going to cook that. Once we get the zinc, we can go ahead and make some more andesite alloys and shafts. Because I know we're going to need a lot of wheels. Tons of wheels and a lot of removing. Then it's going to be a lot that I'm going to be doing. But that's the charm of modded Minecraft. Plus I have to see how close these wheels can be placed to each other. So I can actually place them pretty close. Interestingly, they can be placed pretty close. But as long as they go in their inverted ways. Because right now, that's what that's doing. So I'm going to keep doing this like a few more times. Because they can definitely be right next to each other. But I do have a feeling like once I begin like making this, they're definitely going to be like, they'll definitely think I'm like breaking the game, or they will try to like slow me down because I'm probably just doing way too much, doing way too much. Okay, so that was a crush, those crush, those crush, these crush. It's like I'm just trying to set up a pattern just to let myself know, like, those crush, those crush. But I'm not sure if these systems are going to get overloaded pretty quick, though. But I know a lot of large wheels can make it happen. Okay, then we add this one in here. But the way I'm playing, I'm just having fun. Alright, so when we do that, all we gotta do now is just add a long shaft. Because when we do that, that means these systems are already ready to go once you like connect them. Yep. Because we're definitely going to be automating. Because we're going to make 4, or we're going to have 5 iron farms working in real time. And now we have to work on the wheels. Means we gotta make tons of large ones. I know my chesses are gonna become messy again. It's all part of the experience. We can't ignore it, we only have to embrace it. Okay. Alright, let's see we have enough to at least make a few more large wheels. 16. Okay, that's 24. Okay. Okay, that would mean we have to get some more wood from the trees. Means we gotta cut some more trees and make more. And then we gotta also make more buckets to harvest some more water. I know this means we're going to have to cut down some more trees. I know. It's not going to look like an island anymore. It's going to look more like an area or a tangible spot. I mean, I'm trying to be more eco-friendly, but it seems like I have to manipulate my environment just to get to another spot. But I'll eventually grow these trees and these specimens back, because they are naturally here. I just came in, because humans have the tendency to control the environment, but not being mindful about you know, its existence, because this tree exists for a long time, way before I came here, or even came to the server. Yet I'm just removing it out of existence, but I can plant it back in so it can still exist. And we gotta cut down the other one. Kind of strange that we don't see any parrots. We've been recording for 2 hours and 24 minutes in real time. But this area is slowly changing due to my rapid progression of create. Because when you have create, you're kind of just going at a speed that's a little bit fast. But the only reason I'm going this fast is because I'm in a flow state where I always have an idea and it just comes in my mind. And I think that's why they were trying to tell me to not go to the nether or do any of those things. Maybe because when I get into this flow state, it's kind of hard for me to stop. Like, I can stop, but it's hard for me to it's just hard for me to stop naturally, because I can be playing it and then I could just be going down the rabbit hole of like what to craft, what to make, and what to build. Ideas just start flooding in. Then you kind of just become innovative when you play create. But I still can't get over the fact that they allowed the nether, but they didn't see anything in the Discord about it. But the only reason I heard about it was when a player said, "Did you have blazes?" I'm not sure if he talked to him about that or something like that, or maybe they enabled it because I probably went in the nether and they probably noticed that I went because they used my pipe, but they never, like, you know, commented about the pipe or used my pipe for anything. So it kind of just leaves like a question mark, thinking, have they actually like noticed that I got the blaze burner, even though I'm not supposed to have it? And now they're nailing the nether because, well, I went to the nether just to get that one particular thing, and now they're like saying it's okay to go now. And I'm like, so you tell me so you told me to wait, but yet when they say it's time, you were saying it's okay. So I said, okay, to myself. So I just said, let's just go ahead and go to the nether now, or just start building a smeltery over there, because now I have that sophistication to do it. See, that's what happens when you try to follow lore so much, to the point where they kind of just start greenlighting their own stuff, in which it kind of just leaves you kind of behind on like what's going on or what's happening. I'm just saying, it's just confusion. Like, it's just tons of confusion. Like, I don't like being confused, but when I knew something about that, I was baffled. I was like, so now they allow the nether when I was trying to make parts just to make brass, and I guess one of their friends got stuck with the brass part and they couldn't go to the nether because, well, they have to progress in the lore or something, and now they kind of got hit with the, you know, you can't go to the nether without so-and-so, and then they enabled it. Crazy work. I'm not mad. I just find it quite hilarious that they actually enabled it. But they told me to not go there because for lore reasons. We're gonna place down a lot of large wheels. Some people would say just use a steam pumper or whatever. I'm like, I'm playing the game my way. You guys want to use, I guess steam pumps and whatever. I mean, go ahead, you can use them, but I'm kind of playing at my own pace and just doing it for fun. I'm not trying to be perfect, because it's not about being perfect, it's about the experience. It's about the experience of the mod pack. It's about what can I do? Or how can I expand my creative horizon? Sort of like that. And this pickaxe is about to break. Because this is a good efficiency pickaxe. Or very useful pickaxe. Oh, it's expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive. So I can only add, what, a diamond to it. But at least we don't have to worry about diamond shortages, since I'm kind of just using them for tools only. And we have 28 large wheels that we gotta place. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 right here. I'm gonna recount that again. Damn gravel. It's all part of the experience. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's deep. That is a very deep area that I have to harvest out. But I'll be used to this. So let's go clear this area out. Man, it's 3:50 a.m. Man. I really have to see how long I really can stay up, though, because I know I gotta do some driving practice. Man. I mean, this is my dedication, honestly. I'm really trying to see if I really want to work on the nether, like, this morning. I just know that making those crushers and start automating that instead probably would just be something more important, because that is going to guarantee a lot more iron, and I can probably try to make the vaults and everything else. It's going to be crazy work, but it's going to work. Plus, I want to use the vaults for the first time to see how they function and operate. It would just be the first time for everything. Let me check something real quick. Okay, my episode 5 and my episode 6, they're still being uploaded. My episode 5 is at 70% upload, and episode 6 is at 43% upload. I know episode 7 might be a lot more shorter, I guess, because I know episode 6 is about 5 hours long. This one might be shorter because of time itself, mostly just it's morning. I could have started at like 11 or 10, but I kind of just start whenever I feel like I'm ready to do it. So now let's add the wheels. You can see there's a lot of wheels here, and the more wheels you have, the better. But actually, let me see if I can try to like make it any faster, just to see, like, do I have to like add water to those? No. So yeah, I actually have to like manually add water. That makes sense. But this is my way of brute forcing power. And it works. So let me see here. Because I know I have to, how to do something like this. I know a platform has to be placed like this. So the water can, like, roll. Because we wanted to roll in. But why does it feel like I need to get like 16 buckets of water? Or even 28? I mean, 28 wouldn't probably be enough for this inventory because this is what? 9, 18, 29, 18, 27. I think I might have enough for 28 buckets. As if I had to manually make 28 buckets and then just dump them all on the wheels. Okay, so that's the furthest wheel. I can add some water in here. I mean, light in here. And then, because since the areas is going to probably just be majorly be covered, because right now we're standing on a solid block. There's also a solid block. I probably got to remove all the stone here and let the water flow naturally. I do it like this, that's how you keep all the water in. Let's see. Alright, now we gotta fill that back up with more water. There's a few more buckets of water. Might see maybe 4 buckets might work. Okay, so that should be a lot of wheels, which means a lot of energy, right? Let's see. Yep. So that means it's even faster, since we have added like 40 wheels onto one line. Should mean it should be very efficient. We have all that flint though. Crazy amount of flint. So I think now what I'm going to do is make some gearboxes, but I think what I could do is remove a few or just remove this. Okay, what does this connect? Okay, that might be connected to that. Yeah, so I'm just going to turn that off because we're going to try to set this up a little more nicely or more for bigger automation. And I think the look of this, all I just got to do is like break this piece, just add a shaft in between and just automate it. I think that's how it works. Yep, that's pretty much how it works. Just add a shaft in there, then you're good. But this is gonna look very weird though, since I'm just kind of like adding, trying to see how like strong it is. Okay. Okay. See, I have to try to understand the orientation too. Because see, that's going in, that's going in, this also is going to go in. I think I know what I'm doing. I think. That's going in. Nope. Remove that one. That one goes in. Okay, now it's overstressed. So that means more wheels, apparently. So so I know we gotta like connect more. I'm just gonna put it at like 199. 199 is still pretty decent. Even though it might not be full throttle, but it's still pretty decent. And I can use these other cogs just for making another gearbox. It's 4:05 a.m. in the morning. I've been recording for 2 hours and 50 minutes. But this does show that this is progression. And it's starting to look more visible every time I play. If I add this in here, what would happen? Okay. Let's see how this is inversed. Okay. Okay, it's kind of strange because it's like... okay. Like, it's hard to tell if it's like going in or out. See, I don't know if it's like... There we go. See, now they're all going inward. See, that's how it's supposed to go, inwards. So I'm not sure what I did for the other one. But I think it still worked even if I put it backwards. But since these are going inwards, that's the correct way. However, that is very strange. I don't know. I really don't know if it's like... Does it really matter like which way the wheels are spinning? Because Because if I turn it this way, it's like they still crush. Create can sometimes be confusing, but that's the intention of it. So now all I gotta do... Oh no, we got the water. Patch the water. Because now that we have that, now we have to like set it up in a similar way, like all of them. But that also means I gotta cook that kelp into mechanical belts or conveyors. And then you'll be able to see this in real time. So let me just get that kelp and start cooking it. And also I'm going to patch that up with stone. Mmm. Let me just get some of that. But I know we need a lot more kelp, though. Let me get my helmet, though. I know I have to try to get a lot of kelp. Yeah, we need a lot of kelp. I had a feeling we only had like 4 minutes with this tank. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for the kelp to reach to the surface and I can just pick it up instead of just swimming all over like a dolphin. Okay, it's still like doing that. Okay, so I believe they're all on the surface. There we go. I think once I do that, then I might try to work on the lab structure. I know I have to like work on the elevator, but the only way I can work on the elevator is if I can try to get myself some green dye, which I think requires a cactus and maybe bone meal, or just bone meal in general, or white dye from a plant. And I just have lime, and then I can make glue. And once I make super glue, then I can start making elevators and other cool things. And also, I do see there are some exposed blocks in certain cases here. I think this is the one that takes me to the yeah, the hypertube. Yeah, I'm just gonna cover it. Yep, just cover that. There we go. But I'm pretty sure people will probably want to know like what I've been doing in my lab. And people have the right to be curious, but just make sure you don't touch something that you don't know what it does. Because if you do, you're just going to cause more damage. Ugh. Okay, 7 mechanical belts. I know I probably need more. Because once I connect these, it's gonna be ready. Then I gotta add chutes and then, yeah. See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So this is what you're seeing. This automated machine is definitely going to be functional. 100% functional. And I think I can also add gears to this one. Or, let me see here. Yeah, I can definitely do this, where I could just connect them all together, and they all just kind of just... It's like they all get feed off of one power source. That's how OP this is, once you know, like, how to utilize the kinetic energy. Like, to tell you guys the truth, I spent a lot of time with Create. It's a very complicated mod. It still is. But once you spend the time, the trial and error, you'll see there's a lot of things you can do with this mod. It's underrated. It's just some people take it for granted and they just stick with like very primitive mods or primitive ways of survival. Like once you know how to use create, you'll have the knowledge to make cool things. I can remove these. I'll have to sort that out. It's just gonna be a lot. And I think I need to add like areas just to keep it centered. Because once that happens, because maybe I probably want it that deep. If I want it that deep, then when it gets there, then I will have to depose. But that's if I want the... But that's if I just want one mechanical arm that just, I guess, like, it picks, like, whatever. It picks whatever that's there and it puts it in the correct smart filter, because you can't apply a smart filter to a mechanical arm, because when you do that, the mechanical arm is kind of just programmed just to pick up and move. It's not programmed with like intelligence to like not saying it's, you know, incompetent or anything. It's just, it's sort of like you're giving it a command and the only command it knows is it's pull. Like that's kind of like the only thing it knows is pull. Oh, that was definitely off center. But you can see once I make some more of those, remove that. Yeah, so let me just fix this by shifting it over like right here. But this is what 4 times the ore can get you once you produce more. Then I gotta still filter all this inventory, because create can be messy. Because in your inventory you might see what, a few of your vanilla items, and then you're pulled right back into doing create and using create. It happens. It's like you don't even know what your hotbar or your inventory looks like anymore. It starts to look very different and foreign. And all I can keep saying is it's all part of the experience. Because I definitely want to automate this, but I have to see how many mechanical arms I can make in the meantime. Because I only have, what, 3 precision mechanisms? 3 of them. So if I only have 3, that means I can make... Because if I can try to use 1, 2, 3, 4... If I can at least just use 1 for each and they can just push and pull, or I guess just, you know, get swapped over, or maybe place them in the belt where it's sort of like I have to try to like visualize it, because I do see this as possible. Like, it's definitely possible, but it depends on where your mind is at. I know I need to add one like right here. I might make it shallow. I don't know. If I make it shallow, that's what you get. Because maybe I probably want it to like come on the belt, and then because what you're going to see is a ton of gravel here. A lot of gravel, and the gravel just gets held up here. And then you have the washer, and the washer's just right there. You'll have all this other gravel, and then you gotta wait for it to turn into iron and flint, and it just gets converted. That might be an idea, but I know I gotta like move this iron nugget chest, because I'm thinking about definitely making some more volts. But I know it requires like iron plates and a barrel. let's see something. Let me just do it like this. Pull you. I know once I add this mechanical press, it's going to. I know it's going to do something. So let me just do it just for the science. There we go. I was just almost like, is it gonna like not work? It works. 1,600 SU. And I think since this is gonna keep accumulating tons of cobblestone, which is good, that would mean it would get crushed. That's definitely a good sign. But I really don't know if if it is based on inverse though, because I'm looking at the motion. Like it should be able to crush it. Is it gonna crush? I don't know. I might have changed the other direction then if that happens. It does get messy. And let's just remove this water. Alright, so the plates are finished. Oh my goodness, this inventory is getting wild. This inventory is getting completely wild. Then I know I have to place it on a belt. Because I know it's only going to pull this way, but that's if I have to make more where they all connect to like one way. Which I can definitely do that. Because I think they're not going to crush because it is going in reverse. So let me try something. See? Yeah, so that means I will definitely have to fix something here. Like this definitely needs to be fixed. Like it's going this way. So I would mean I would have to add another. I had to add another small or another gearbox to make it turn the inverse of it. Let's see. There we go. So now it's inversed and it's going to do as it's supposed to do. Crush inward because that's what we want. So it's going to crush inward. And if I look here, now let's see, this one is going backwards. We don't want it to go backwards. We want it to go forwards. So yeah, it's like you gotta pinpoint like what machine or what part is not behaving. This is definitely a learning experience. That would mean, that would definitely mean I would have to like swap these around. See, that would mean I will have to stop that part and work with this. But that would also mean this part here I can't use. So that would mean I will have to turn it a particular way. There we go. So it could still function. And I just do this, and then I add my mechanical gear. Okay, can I click you? If I do that way, I'm trying to see like how like I'm trying to figure like how would this be able to be moved? Cause see. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm trying to. Okay. Okay. That's rough. I mean, I can still see it work, but this is quite rough. That means I would have to bring the farm a lot closer. Yeah. Okay. See, when I do that, that's what happens. It just moves the cog there. Oh, there we go. We solved it. That's still hilarious. I guess I had to, like, check it. But see, now it's supposed to be going that way. That's good. All good. All good. Now this is what's happening. Now, since we have this, I know we have all this gravel right here. So that means if I remove this, it's going to fly out with tons of gravel. Tons of it. It's going to keep happening. That would mean I would have to put the depot back down. But you can tell that's a lot of gravel. Because now I have to try to... See, now we have to try to move this, like, down here, like, move it out. And then I can probably... And that's when I can install the vault. Or other machinery where I have to, because I still gotta, like, convert the, Man, I still gotta put it in the machine, and I still gotta put it through other processes, basins, mechanical presses. Man, this just gets heavy. It just gets very heavy. Like, I have ideas. I have plans, but I mean, I do see the complications here. But I just have to continue on with the experiment. Because I know my mother's probably awake in the morning because it is, like, early morning. And I'm still figuring this out. Look at all that gravel. And then when we do this, it just goes down the belt. And then that's when we're supposed to wait for the next mechanical. Because I really want to make this easy, where I don't probably have to do any picking. Because right now it's going to keep lining up like this. And when it lines up, then... That's actually kind of strange, though, since it seems like this block here kind of just stops it from going. And then I have to wash them, which means I would have to... Okay. Yep, this is going to be messy, but I have to figure this out. Because, see, water... Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So if I place down that block again, it's going to hold it still. Man, all this gravel. Jeez. Okay. Calm with the gravel. Because I know I can't place water here. Because if I place water there, that would have been beneficial. But reality, I can't place it like that. So that would mean I would have to place it here. It's going to blow. It's going to blow the water once I add water. And then it does that. And then it blows. Then I have to add a depot. Because if you add depots, it keeps it in there. See, the depot locks it in. I know, it's just a lot to... It's a lot. Oh, we got sand. Strange. I wonder where the sand came from. Came from something. But now that we have set that up, we gotta use the water because we're trying to wash this stuff. Yeah, it's gonna look strange, but all we need is water to come down here. Yep. Now that we have this, then I have to power this up. Yep, gotta go right behind here. So this may require... now I gotta try to do the calculation and do the whole thing again. The reason why I love playing this, though, it helps me to think. Like it's basically brain food for me. Like it helps you to think, and it helps you to come up with ideas on how to fix it and how to solve it. I would say it's just good for problem solving. Okay. Okay, so let me see here. So, what if I place you downwards? Okay, that's not gonna, because I need to put it right here. If I place it like this, then it turns into that. Plus, I don't know which way it's going to be going. That's kind of the problem now, because it's facing this way. So if I turn it this way, it does that way. I'll say this is going to be very messy. Unless I break this, mine here, because we're right at bedrock level, if you're wondering. Like, we're technically at bedrock level. So this is going to be quite tricky. But it's all part of the experience. And then, will this blow or will this pull? Okay. So right now it's in the suction mode. I don't want suction mode. So, that would technically mean I would have to force it to change modes, but I can always use a gear shaft just to reverse the polarity, but that's going to completely flip all of that over, and I don't want that to happen. So, it's like, there's some things you can change, and then there's other things you just rather just keep the same. But again, this just helps me to think and just have ideas. And once I set up the mechanical arms, they're just still going to do their thing, but this time it's coming from 4 machines instead of 1, and I'll have even more ores to work with. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to still do the whole figure out the polarity thing. See, it's still in suction mode. I'm trying to get it out of suction mode. See, the only way I can make that happen is, again, I have to like add another one to change it. I know, this is gonna be one trippy setup. But as long as it works, and I'm happy, or content, it works. And when it comes down to science, there is never a wrong answer. Because it's all part of learning. And, what's going on here? Okay, so it's not powering up. Okay, so it's not powering up because it's flat. I thought I made it, like, do what it's supposed to do. See, I can't tell if it's blowing or not, because it's still in suction mode. I don't want it to be in suction mode. Actually, let me try something. There we go! Just had to change some things around. I was probably just messing up with that, but we got it to work now. That's cool. Definitely cool. Yep. So now you can see that it's going to turn most of the stuff into what it's supposed to turn into. And then this is where I have to utilize the mechanical arms so they can like pull, like from here they can specifically just pull, and I can put them in a large vault somewhere, or vault them in, which I gotta make barrels, and they can just pull. Because I'm still trying to think about if I really want to set this up, because I'm looking at the time right now. I could always continue it. I need to drink some water. Sheesh. Sometimes it's pretty overwhelming. But once you find a solution, you definitely see like opportunities start to open up in front of you, which is a good feeling. So how many do I need? I think okay, I think I may have enough. I don't know. Let's see. So we have 15 of these, but I know we have another one. 16. So I might be able to make like a 2-2 of some of this stuff. Because I'm thinking about, because I might make the mechanical arm, like, I know you can make the mechanical arm pull from one, and it just goes to like a particular one, but I don't know if it like, it's sort of like, I'm thinking, because if I just use one, I think one is still sufficient enough, because it could still work. Like, I believe it still works. Like, as long as it can still pull, it's fine. And I can just place the... Because if I look at Volt... See, I can make it to... Let's see. Because they have dimensions. See, this is what? 1, 2, 3... Okay, so... 4... So, yeah, I think you can change dimensions on this thing. So I could probably put, like... Yeah, so, yeah, I could probably do something like this if I want. So I can have, like, let me just move that over a little. Like, this could be for iron. Wait, why is it acting that way? Because I'm doing like this. Okay, now they're connected. And if I put one for flint, it's the same way. And then I could add the funnel, which I can remove this one. but I gotta change the rule of this, where we have one for nuggets and one for iron. I'm just going to say for now, since I am definitely just looking at the clock right now, I'm going to have to try to work with what I got. Because if I try to do the whole processing of the... my brain, man. I'm having a lot of brain fog right now. Like, you can actually tell that I have a lot of brain fog. Like, I'm literally trying to process this in real time, but also trying to see how we're going to have these systems set up, like, in real time when I'm off, because I'm also trying to automate too, where if I'm not online, I can let this work overtime, and when I get back, I'll be ready to do some more. Like I'm excited, but also trying to continue the grind session, because I know we gotta make or I know we have to, because see, once we use the claw is gonna pull only iron, because I want it to only pull iron, or maybe blocks, or maybe just pull anything and then just put it in the crusher or something like that. Let me see, because okay, so if I check, yeah, so see, I could do it either or. Like, all it just takes is like whatever. But that's if I just want to put a lot of flint in the vault for now. Probably just put tons of flint in the vault, because I just know flint is just gonna be like a problem, of course. So I'm just gonna like maybe just put only flint in here. Yep, just put the flint in there for now. And then it's gonna pull, and it's gonna only put flint in there. And then as for the other part, I would probably want to use a basin or cauldron. I'm just tired. And then just crush this or compact this. And then we got ourselves, whoa, that's strong. Because I know I had to like do this and then add a mechanical press on top of this. Just like that. Can I turn it around? Yeah, I can turn it around. Then I gotta make more, and I gotta make it towered, and that'd be like 1, 2, 3. 3 of them. Gets compacted, and then once it gets compacted, then I have to yeah, I'm just going to be honest here. It's going to be messy. Then I gotta like put it like, because I might think about putting it right here and then move it over, turn it around. Can I? You're not letting me turn it around. That's strange. There we go. We do that. It gets powered up. Then I have to add a filter. Add a filter, a smart filter to this one, just for it to pull, and then it just goes right into the vaults right there. Oh my goodness gracious! It's a lot. It's a lot of steps. Like, I'm sorry, guys. It's just a lot of steps. I wish I could make it any simpler. I really wish I could make it any simpler. But this is the reality. I gotta just make at least one plate. Just one plate. Just one plate. So we gotta use the hand crank again. Sometimes this could be agonizing. Alright, so we're gonna make it the unit. Yeah, brass funnel. Alright. So when we do that, that would also mean I would have to make a block of iron as a filter. Because I want to filter a block of iron. So it can go right into the... But that means I gotta do it twice. Okay. So that means I gotta put like... Yeah, that means I gotta put what? Another mechanical arm here. Another mechanical arm. Great. Let's see. So I gotta stretch this out, the shaft again. All right. Oh my goodness. This is literally just an entire circus right now. Alright. Alright, so now that we have this, I'm just hoping that if everything just, you know, at least just go smoothly when I get back. Because this is still pretty rough. Like, still rough. Like, I know for the arm, like, see, I have this cauldron right here. Oh my god, man, this can be exhausting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just too exhausted just to even continue. Because if I just if I just take items from depot, because of course it's going to like do whatever, and I'm just going to deposit it here. But that's if I just want to just grab specifically. See, right now it's not going to grab anything because it sees the iron nugget, and it's not going to grab until it's like actually flint right here. Because we have tons of flint. So if I want to move the... I could probably just move this... move that and then just try to place the iron somewhat around here. At least. It's going to look weird, but... we're going to make something work out. Because when we do that... I've still got to place down the cauldron or the basin. I'm trying to turn it. There we go. So yeah, I still got to make more. That means like 1. That means 1 and 2. That means 2. That means I can remove. That means I could just remove this then, because that wouldn't be worth it. And then I have to just get 1 more piece. This is what happens when you play with Create. It loves to drag out your time, but it's all about thinking. But once I think once I get this going and then filter, and then I'm tired. Genuinely tired. Then I know I gotta modify the speed. I have the feeling I'm gonna have to modify some speeds and some kinetic energy to do it again. See, yeah, I knew something like this was gonna happen. I gotta do it again. So I gotta fix it. So let's see here. So 127 is good. 140 is good. 150 is good. So I will try 189. That's probably all right. See, and then what? Okay, what happened? Okay, what's going on here? Wait. Huh? Wait, why is it going this way? There we go. I was trying to figure, like, why was it inverted that way? So when that happens, then that turns, and then this works. So now what we gotta do is... Goodness. Alright, I'm gonna make a depot. Make depot, then... Because I'm getting tired. Create... I know you love me, but I have a life to live. I can't, like... I can't just be, you know... I can't be stuck here in a loop like this. Like I know it loves me, but I just can't. I can't. You know what? I might as well just put full of iron then. And what's this? Okay. Okay, so there is a filter, so I don't probably need like a actual filter on it. So it's going to filter it out anyway. Cool. And then when I do that, then I know that the I had to add like a few more here, because that's going to do the work, and then I have to add, yeah, so I'm going to definitely have to add this and then add a filter to it. Yeah, add a filter to it, and then just place it down, for example, and then place down the mechanical arm, and then I know the mechanical arm is only going to, let's see, you know what, I think what I should do is remove that one and try to see if it can like multitask or something. I gotta see what it can do, because sometimes I'm just curious. See, I want it to take, and I want to deposit, and wait. Oh my god. This is definitely very messy. So what if I do this? Yeah. What if I do that? Yeah. I'm just seeing, because I really want to see the science behind all this. So, is it going to do it? I just want to see. Are you gonna do it? Or is it just too far to even interact with the things? What's going on here? Like, you can definitely see the items, right? I'm just hoping does this thing even see it? Because it's just standing there just looking. Let's see. Because it's not making sense. Let me just pull. Because it's not making sense. Because this should be calibrated to do what it's supposed to do. So if I do it again, see, I'll say I want this one just to take out some depot and deposit them here. So, okay, so since it's stuck in that state, I will have to actually make another one that pulls exactly from the same one. Yeah, so it does work. And then I wanted to deposit in there, and now it's overloaded. Great. Okay, 176. Compactification. That's cool. So, yep. So now this works. But now, I have to try to somehow make it go. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. That means I may have to change the orientation. I can do that. Because it is compacted now. But now I'm trying to put it in a block. Maybe I could probably put it like this. Maybe this might be the size for now, but I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to store a lot of iron ingots and nuggets, but it's very limited of how much I can pack in there. And is it cooking? Oh, we're getting clay. Move that. See? Yep. Now we got something working. That's cool. So now all I gotta do is put everything away. Yeah. I'm just gonna say that was hell of an experiment. I mean, it gave me a few headaches, but it's good headaches. I learned something, and I'm always going to keep learning something. I know I still haven't set this stuff correctly or, set up the other ones, but I will do it when I do another recording session, and I have successfully do that. So let me just put them in there so we can get them all processed. Turn on the shaders because, of course, for thumbnail reasons. So let me just do this to show you guys that we have actually made some of these 5 crushing wheels here, and we have ourselves a little system that just automates things. Okay, my bad. And let me just turn off the okay, did I take a screenshot already? Let me see. So let me just do it like this. I'm not sure if I want to zoom in. Let me try zooming in on it a little bit. Yeah, that's probably cool, because now you can see like there's automation with 5 of them back there. There we go. Now it's been recorded. Okay, so now that we have officially covered that, now we can go ahead and conclude our playthrough. And I hope you guys enjoy the not Greg Tech. I hope you guys enjoyed the Monulite SMP experience. I mean, I know it's going to be a very lengthy thing to do, but we have successfully, I repeat, successfully rewired most of these things, and now we have made these extra crushers. I know we haven't worked on the mechanical drill yet, but once I get those up and running, then you'll just see the income of all that iron just stacking up. But I know I'm gonna have to probably make some more room so I can extend this out, and then probably put the vault to another side, and probably move all these out, and then maybe add some more large water wheels just to increase the RPM so it can become a little bit faster. But I mean, it's still pretty fast anyways, since it still crushes things, it still functions as it should. You can also see like the chest is kind of overflowing. Wait. It looks like it is like overflowing a little bit. Like, let me check that again. Wait, it's like jumping. That's crazy. Like, why is it jumping? That's absurd. It's literally just jumping. Like, it's going into the chest and then it's like flying out of it. You know what? I'm not going to question it. As long as it still gets, washed down and we're getting tons of iron. But I'm not sure how much iron is in here, though, because we can't read the data on them. But we know that we have lots of iron in that vault. And then when we return, we have tons more. But until then, I'll see you guys back here on the Monulite SMP. Take care.